looks really good. So
Yeah.
last time when you got your A1C tested,
Yes. Oh my
it
God.
was about
I'm
a
sorry.
6,
Oh my God. Gosh. I'm sorry. Yeah.
and right now it's estimating like a 5.9. So it's pretty accurate compared to the A1C
I mean,
that you
so
tested.
where can I go? AGP report. I can see the
I'm sorry?
I can see the hemoglobin
I
numbers.
can't hear you.
Oh, really? You cannot hear? You cannot
I
hear?
can hear you. I can hear you now.
Oh yeah. So you cannot. Gosh, weird. So I didn't know I could see the glucose like hemoglobin number as well. I didn't know. Wow.
Yeah, so that's what the A1C is. It's what they call
Oh
the
my God.
GMI.
Wow. I didn't know. I didn't know.
That's the predicted A1C.
So it is
Yeah.
decreased because my number was number 6. So do you think it is
Yeah, so it's
decreased?
very, very similar. So that just shows that this is pretty accurate because you had that A1C tested like a month ago.
Yeah.
So this is pretty accurate to what we're seeing. So that's good.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and then almost all of the time,
Yes.
we're in the range that we want to be in, which is 70 to 180, and almost 100% of the time,
Yes.
you're in that range. So that's really good.
So I saw lots of time like very low, like 63 like that. So why did I have that kind of a situation?
So yeah, this one, it doesn't, if it's only a few times, it doesn't pick it up on the percentages.
Yes.
But I did see that. So let's go down, and then this gives us kind of an average. So this dark line
Yes.
gives us what's happening 50% of the time. And then this lighter shows us that sometimes, like a few times here and there, it's going a little bit higher. So maybe between like lunchtime and then maybe if this is like dinner or snack or something, that could be times that we could maybe look at to see what might be causing some of these spikes. But this isn't happening very much. This is just like the 95th percentile, which means that it's happening like 5% of the time, which is very little. It's more so this dark line, and that looks very stable. It's pretty much flat the majority of the time. So that looks good. Yeah. So then if we go down.
Yes.
We can see, and you had lots of notes, so that's helpful.
Lots of
and
spelling.
what did you? I was looking through some of these logs, and I think it was until later. Sometimes we had some spikes, so we can kind of talk about those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw some lows here. Let me see. Sometimes here.
Wow.
They weren't happening too often though.
So why do you think? Because I know when I eat sugar, it spike like wow, bad food like fried food, like sugar food, like it goes. Even though I ate like a little like a popsicle, like the sugar candy. Oh my God, you went back to like almost 180 something. Like wow.
Oh goodness, yeah.
It's so
that can cause that sometimes.
Yeah, because I realize how important what I eat. Gosh, like, and then if I eat slowly, it better. But if I eat very faster, it does. Yeah, it goes up very quickly. I mean, gosh, yeah. Sometimes I ate ice cream one time, and then it didn't really go up very high. I don't know what, because do I have to just cut all the bad food or, gosh?
Right. So it depends on like last time we were talking about not checking too soon after eating, because that's when we see it like really shoot up. And then we kind of get scared, right? If we check too soon after we start eating. And that's when we might see like the 198. But we do want to check an hour. The soonest after eating is checking an hour after, maybe even 2 hours after. So if this day, for example, I'm not sure when you actually started. Let's just say you started here. Let's say you started eating at that point. So then we would look an hour after the soonest. So this looks like it's maybe, where would that be? It looks like this might be like the 166 number, this little dot. Let me pick a different color. This little dot here. So it would be like 166 an hour after, rather than being like, oh my gosh, you got to 200, because that was really soon after eating. Our blood sugar goes up right after we eat, but we're more interested in knowing how quickly it comes back down. So we still want to think about this particular food, because it did increase a little bit. You were at like around 90, 100 maybe, let's just say, around here. And it did go up to 166. So it did, increase a little bit. But then by the 2 hour mark, you were at like 150. So that's better. It's still a little bit higher than you would want, but I don't want you to get super scared by seeing like the 198, because that was only for a tiny, tiny bit. And then it started coming back down really quickly. So I'd rather you look at, an hour or 2 hours after you ate a meal, and then seeing like, oh, 160, 150, okay, that's still higher than I would want. And then thinking about what foods you had that maybe could have caused that.
And then
and here, what did you have here? Did that say buffet?
Buffet, lots of like the soup, like a crab inside of the soup, very lots of sodium, lots of salt, and then I just grabbed like one big bowl, and then and then also like I ate the sweet rice cake at the beginning, too big, kind of small at the beginning, because I'm used to eating beginning dessert. It's like when I go to buffet, and then after that I ate the crab, and then before that, because I learned that eating vegetables helps lower down the strike. So I ate vegetables, like a lot of vegetables, but they put lots of salt, of course, a buffet. It's bad food. And then after that, I ate the crab, and then the sweet, again at the end, the sweet like cake, one big bowl, gosh, like. And a lot of bad food. I know it is too bad, but sometimes I try to eat like beans and healthy food. But sometimes, do I have to live like that? I cannot deal with it anymore. So I eat kind of bad food, and oh my God, it's really hard to control. Wow. And then when I see, there are lots of donut and sweet at the hospital, and nursing station, and then I go, oh my God, I'm not gonna see. And then and then my hands go there like it's so hard, Gosh, what can I do?
So with things that have high carbs, like anything like sweet related, or like corn, pastas, rice, we can still have it. We just don't want to have a lot of it, and we need to eat other things with it. So if we started eating like protein in the beginning, or vegetables with the sweet thing that you had, it would have been better, especially because it seems like you hadn't eaten all day, right?
Oh.
And then lunch was the first time.
Oh, yeah.
And if we had something sweet, first thing that you hadn't eaten before, then that might have been why we saw a lot of spiking. But ideally, we would have protein and vegetables and something with fat in it while we eat something sweet. Because if we're just having something sweet, our blood sugar is going to spike. But if we have other foods that decrease blood sugars, then that helps reduce the spiking.
I think this is a really good experience because I know what are the bad, what are the good food like that, and then how I can diminish the strike, because spike is really dangerous. Too much spike. Because I wanted to ask you how bad the spikes are, and I had lots of spikes. So I was wondering if it is too dangerous, as much as I have to take metformin as soon as possible, quickly. Yeah, it's just...
So with the spike, so it's not happening the time that it's being high is not that long. So like this day, for example, it was only a tiny bit that you were like even close to 200. The rest of the time you were below 180, which is what can cause issues long term if we're above 180 for a long period of time. But if it's just, a few minutes that our blood sugar goes above 180, then there's not really any danger to that, so to speak. If it's always hovering around 180, then the A1C is gonna go up, right? But if it's like this, where, let me go somewhere else, where, you're doing great, and then we increase to like 170, but then we really quickly go back down, and then we keep at that level. I'm not worried about this because it was such a small moment in time that it was 30 minutes that you were even around these two numbers. So I wouldn't really be worried about something like that. If you were going like this and you were spiking this high and coming back down, that's problematic. Or if you were high all day and then you were spiking up here and then coming down, I'd be concerned about that if you were higher all day long. But because you're like in the 90s and the 100s all day pretty much, and only sometimes are we having spikes, I'm not too worried about that. Especially because like this example, you didn't go above 180. The most you went was like 170. And then within an hour, let's say you started here, so an hour would be here, and then 2 hours would be here. So by 2 hours, you were back at like 130, which is still pretty good.
So where can I go to see my hemoglobin number?
So the hemoglobin number is way at the top.
With the AGP report?
It's the first page.
So where can I find the hemoglobin number every day?
It's this one.
Can I see every day, like not every, is it every 14 days? But
so it needs a lot of data. I think it needs at least a week of information to calculate this average.
Yes. So what do you think of, do you think you suggest taking metformin or not?
I'm sorry?
Metformin, because one of my friends said that don't take metformin, it's dangerous. She's really, oh my God. So she's an acupuncturist. She just don't take metformin. So really, but I saw lots of website and YouTube, everybody says metformin is really good, even though it prevents from cancer and dementia. It's like a miracle medicine. It's so like it prevent from diabetic as a pre-diabetic person. It's so like but I'm not sure what to do. But you also, when I asked you to take, you said that I can be cause side effect, including like kidney problems. So what do you suggest?
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, every medication has its risks, right?
Yeah.
So unless we have to take it, then I don't know if I would necessarily. It just depends on, how we're going to eat differently as a result. And if you feel like you're scared to eat,
Yeah.
and you're gonna lose weight potentially, like I don't want you to lose weight, right?
I mean, because the exercise helps me to lose weight. I don't need like adding something to lose weight. It's not my purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like I don't.
Yeah.
We don't need you to lose
Oh
weight.
yeah.
You're already at a good weight right now. But if right now you're feeling like I can't eat anything, or like, all the food that I eat is bad for me, and then you're gonna start eating less, then that's not gonna be good for you, right? Because then you'll start losing weight if you eat less calories. So if you feel that way, then maybe metformin would be a good option so that you don't feel so restricted.
Oh, you're right.
Food.
That's
right?
the problem.
But if you think that with this information, you can still eat well and eat enough and not lose weight, then maybe you don't need metformin. It just depends also like the anxiety piece, right? If you think that you're not going to worry so much about the food you eat, then maybe metformin would be helpful. It just depends on how you think it's going to change your behavior.
Yeah.
And your anxiety is probably how we can maybe take metformin or not take it. It's just depending on if you'll feel better about the blood sugars if you take it or not.
As you can see, I'm very anxious person. Maybe taking metformin helps me to calm down, because it's every time whenever I eat, I'm very stressful. Like wow, is it okay? Can I eat this? And then you said that, it'll be good to lose weight. But as long as the metformin doesn't affect my health, I'm gonna take it. And then, but if it affects kidney failure and then longevity, actually I heard that it helps longevity as well, metformin. Yeah, if you want me like this kind of condition, are you gonna take metformin?
I didn't hear the last part, I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you want me with this kind of condition like pre-diabetic, are you gonna take metformin?
So right now, I would say that I don't think it's needed right now.
Yeah.
Because you're able to keep the blood sugar at a good range. If it started getting higher and like the little A1C started increasing to like 6.1 or 6.2, 6.3, then maybe at that point in time, like a few years down the road, then okay, it's probably time for it. But right now, I don't think it's totally necessary, seeing how your numbers look, because they look good the majority of the time. Only sometimes we have a little bit of spikes, but it comes back down very quickly.
Actually, I wanted to ask you to because I still have this. I didn't know how, so I can have like this one through the website, YouTube, how to get that. So maybe I can try again without metformin, and then after 2 weeks, I'm gonna try like metformin at the time. Is it possible?
I mean, if you wanted to take
I
mean, it's
because I wanted
up to you.
The purpose is I wanted to compare between this and that. taking, not taking to see. But I need to know more how to, be functional, the better. So with this, like maybe I can do more. I can test myself without metformin 2 weeks more, and then after that, I'm gonna take the metformin, and with this, So you can,
if you're curious about that, I mean, it could help.
I don't wanna. Can you?
The other thing I want to see, I haven't had a chance to read all of your comments. I'm wondering if there's like room for improvement with the food that you're eating before you start taking medication.
You're right.
And then I know there's some days where like this day like too high after fasting. And that maybe you like skipped breakfast. Is that what was happening that day?
Yes, I skipped.
You like waited until later to eat breakfast?
Yes. So what you see 175 finally I ate but I wanted to ask you, because after fasting is so long, why the number goes up? Like not 90, 95, but why 104, 114, 161, like that? Why do you think it increased the number, even though fasting?
So that can sometimes happen if like we went to bed and the blood sugars were a little bit higher. So like this day at like 10 p.m. we were at like 150. So it just kind of takes, it slowly decreases while we sleep. So if we go to bed and it's at a higher number, then it might be higher when we wake up. Or if we didn't have enough of a fasting window. So like this day, for example, let's see, so it was not high, right? Your blood sugars were perfectly fine before going to bed. And then the next day, your fasting numbers were good. So it has to do with how high your blood sugar is before you go to bed. So this day, again, it looked good. Your blood sugars were in like 90s, 100s. The next day, blood sugars look great. So it has to do with how high your blood sugar is when you go to bed.
And then you saw like 181, 231, like very high, and it's very dangerous. So at the end, like May 19, do you see like...
the 90 would be totally fine.
So at the end, the bottom below, you know
that one?
Yeah. So you know the spike 181 to like 231, like it's very high. Why? I ate bad food, like but number came down.
So 3 hours after eating. Did it have a lot of rice?
Actually, rapid more than 13.
Do you remember
eating breakfast to go to...
It was 3 hours after. Do you know what you ate with that meal?
Yeah. Actually, I was surprised because I ate the oat. It's like a plain raw oatmeal and then hot water. And then you went up. I couldn't believe because it is good food. So...
And that's what the bibimbap is?
Because I ate lots of food, like a super seed. Every day I take like a hemp seed, flax seed, chia seed, and then like mixing together like almond milk and lots of apple, the chopped apple, and then eat really healthy food. And then after that, I ate the hot water, and then I put raw oat, maybe 3 spoons. It's not a lot. And then I drank, and it went up. I couldn't believe. It's good food.
And that's what caused that?
It's
rapid. Or was that something else?
More trained number, eating healthy food and including hot oat, as I said.
The hot oat water, that was here. And that didn't really cause any, let's see, there's a lower number. I think maybe you're talking about this spike with the oatmeal water that you're talking about. But this is, I think, what you had the bibimbap or
A
bap.
bibimbap. Yes. I said 3 hours after. Yeah, bibimbap means like I put all sort of vegetables and I put lots of hot spices, paste, Korean paste, and then I mixing together. I had lots of bibimbap. Maybe too much, eating too much because I'm used to eating a lot. Koreans eat a lot. You would not believe how much we eat a lot. And like big bowl and then
Okay.
yeah, like a pig.
Did
Yeah.
you have rice?
Yes.
With that?
I didn't put. I put beans, black beans. I didn't put rice.
No rice.
Yeah, because I hate rice because it is dangerous. It's like oh my god, yeah. I try not to eat.
Did you use like a sauce that had sugar in it?
Yeah, yes. The
It did.
Korean paste has lots of sugar. Maybe
Okay.
that's why.
Okay.
That's why. Oh my god.
Okay, so maybe it was that.
Oh my
It
god.
was like the paste that has sugar in it that would have caused that big spike. Hmm. But it's not happening all the time, right? Like it's not every day that you see blood sugar like that.
I was
So
astonished
it's
that.
not,
Oh my god.
that
Remember?
common.
Gosh. Yeah.
Let's see. Sugary food. Like this day you had like something sweet.
Yeah.
A lot of sugar rice cakes.
Yeah. Oh, that is bad food. Bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, it went up very high. 200.
Yeah. So this
200
can be a
yeah.
good lesson for the future, right? If we're going to have something sweet
Yes.
or something that has carbs,
Ah.
we don't want to eat it by itself. We need to add other food
Yes.
that has either protein, fat, or fiber to it. So let me show you a handout really quickly so I can stop sharing this and we can come back to it if we need to.
Yes.
Let me pull up, let me find it.
Wow, it's very helpful to talk to you. Oh my god. I did a great job not to cancel because of interview. Oh my god.
Okay, so let me share this one.
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see it?
Yeah, I can see. Yes.
Okay. So this is a handout that separates foods that have, let me make it a little bit bigger so you can see everything.
Yeah.
So foods with carbs, right? These increase our blood sugar.
Oh.
And then we have foods that don't have carbs. No carbs, and these do not increase blood sugars. So we're trying to balance these two things on our plate. So if we just eat something sweet,
gosh, it's so
or
bad.
if we just eat like rice cakes, right? That's just a starch. Or we're just having dessert. Then it's just carbs, right? And we're trying to balance carbs with non-carb foods. Think of it as like a little balance, like a scale.
I thought
you put carb foods, it tips the scale over. So then if we're gonna have something sweet or something with carbs, we need to balance the scale and add something on the right hand side. We would want to add protein or fat to go with it. So maybe with the rice cakes, you could have like a plain Greek yogurt, for example, or you have a handful of nuts.
Yeah, I like nuts. Yeah,
dip it in peanut butter or something like that.
I really enjoy. Peanut. I eat lots of peanut every day. Too much is not good, but I eat lots of. Gosh, can I have too delicious.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
okay. You know, it's on this left side with
Yeah.
things that don't have carbs, and these shouldn't increase our blood sugar or just very, very little. So we want to eat more of the foods
yes.
on the right hand side.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you find, like in the morning, for example, that
Yeah.
your blood sugars are a little bit too high, if you had Greek yogurt
Oh,
plus nuts
oh,
and maybe a little bit of fruit, like maybe a little bit of berries,
oh.
like very low carb, right? Like high protein, high fat, a low carb breakfast.
I love, yeah, I
When your
love.
blood sugars are higher,
Yeah.
that would be totally fine. So if you wake up and your blood sugar is 115, I don't want you to skip breakfast. I want you to eat something, but make it more protein or fat heavy. So like the Greek yogurt, the nuts, a tiny bit of fruit to go with it. Or
yes.
maybe you have eggs and cheese and like spinach, for example, in your breakfast, and you have like turkey sausage or like turkey bacon. You're still eating something, you're getting more calories, you're getting energy, but it's not going to spike your blood sugar. So that's how we can change things. I don't want you to just skip meals.
Yeah.
If your blood sugar is high, I just want you to pick more of the stuff on this side.
Yeah.
But don't skip meals. We just want to have less of the high carb food if our blood sugar is already high, but we don't want you to skip meals.
Wow. Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. So is it possible if I email you? Like if I have question? Thank you. I will do that. So can I make after 2 weeks? Because it's too far away. Because I have to wait too long time. Is it possible to have you?
What? I'm sorry.
Is it possible to have you after 2 weeks after this result? And can I do that? Because the schedule is full. Your schedule.
I know it's so full right now.
God, so
I booked like a month right now.
Oh my God.
So if I have cancellations, I can let you know.
Yeah, please,
but
please.
Right now, I'm like booked out like a month.
Please, your cancellation. Please let me know. And then I'm gonna ask you. Several.
But that's something that you can work on. Is just minimizing how much of the carbs that we have. Yeah. And then increasing the food.
Yes. Yeah. So right now, cause I have to prepare for interview, but I'm gonna email you. So with the questions. So if you answer me, I really, really appreciate. And then please let me know if someone cancel after 2 weeks, so I can see you. So beneficial to see you, cause I really appreciate. Yeah. Oh, I admire you. Gosh, amazing. Gosh. Yeah.
Of course, happy to help. Do you want to schedule in case I don't have cancellations that work for you?
Yes.
Do you want to still put yourself on my schedule like a month from now just in case?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Let's look.
Right. So.
Okay. And do you want to come in person?
Yeah. In person.
You want to do in person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's see. The 18th of June, it's a